Algebra 2, welcome to the second video for GamePlan 2.1 to 2.4. Here we are on the bottom of page 10. Page 10. Okay. It says write the equation of the line which passes through those 2 points in all 3 forms. First off, you need the slope. I always do bigger y minus the smaller y. Because I started with -1 for y, I have to start with 3 for x. 3 minus a -3. -1 minus a -4 is -1 plus 4. 3 minus a -3 is 3 plus 3. You get 1/2. So I'm going to start in point-slope form, and honestly, I'm going to use that point. Point-slope form is y minus the y value is equal to the slope times x minus the x value. Okay, so that would be y plus 1 is equal to 1/2 x minus 3. Point slope form. Now, this one's not fantastic because we're going to have some fractions in play. Uh-oh. So, yep, no getting rid of those. I'm going to distribute. It's a good one for us to do in a video. I'm going to distribute. Y plus 1 is 1/2 x minus 3 over 2. All right, half times 3 is 3 over 2. I'm going to subtract 1. Subtracting 1 is subtracting 2 over 2. You'll see why we're going to do that in a second. That gives me y is 1/2 x minus 2 over 2. That is slope, or 5 over 2. Did I say 2 over 2? 5 over 2. That's slope-intercept form. Then, take that y is 1/2 x minus 5 over 2. Standard form means put x and y on the same side. It's a positive 1/2 x on the right. It's a negative 1/2 x on the left. Negative 1/2 x plus y is a negative 5 over 2. Two issues here. Number one, x is negative. It can't be negative. I'm going to have to multiply it by negative something. Secondly, it's also a fraction, negative 1/2. So I'm going to get rid of that 2 by multiplying everything by a 2. So a negative 2. Negative times a negative is a positive. 2 over 1 is 1. Minus 2y equals a negative times a negative is a positive 5. X minus 2y is 5. All right. On the next page, I'm going to do with you number 4. Yes, number 4 on the next page. Same deal, write the equation line which passes through those 2 points in all 3 forms. All right. Got to find the slope. The slope is the bigger y minus the smaller y. Divided by, start with that 4. I'm going to start with this 2. 2 minus a -2. That gives me 12 over 4, which is 3. All right, I'm going to pick 2, 4. So y minus the y value is equal to 3 times x minus the x value. All right. Then I'm going to distribute. Y minus 4 is equal to 3x minus 6. Going to add 4 to both sides. Slope-intercept form is y equals 3x minus 2. That's nice. Then, standard form. Take that y, which is 3x minus 2. Move the 3x over. Negative 3x plus y is a -2. Multiply both sides by -1. 3x minus y is 2. All right, let's talk about page 12. On page 12, I'm going to do the odds with you. So, write the equation of a line which passes through those 2 points in y equals mx plus b form, slope-intercept form. So let's find the slope, the bigger y minus the smaller y. 4 minus a negative 8 over negative 2 minus a negative 5. 12 over 3, which is 4. So I have y equals 4x plus b, because 4 is my slope. I'm going to pick a point to plug in for x and y. How about that one right there? Plug 4 in for y while plugging negative 2 in for x. And, well, folks, I made a mistake. We did this one in class. I didn't even know my own ordering here. B is 12. We did this one in class. I was like, this one seems familiar. Nope, I need to do the evens. That's why they're highlighted. I need to do the evens with you. All right. Let's try this one. Slope-intercept form again. So the slope is bigger y minus a smaller y over that x minus this x. 3 over a negative 6, which is a negative 1/2. So I have y equals a negative 1/2 x plus b. I guess the best point to use there is negative 1, 0. All right, so 0 for y, a negative 1 for x. 0 is 1/2 plus b. B is a negative 1/2. Move the 1/2 over. My equation is y equals negative 1/2 x minus a half. All right, number 4, point slope form. Talk about 4 here in a second. Writes in point slope form the equation of the line through those 2 points. Point slope form says find the slope first. 4 minus 2, bigger y minus a smaller y, all over negative 2 minus 2. 2 over negative 4 is a negative 1/2. You can have 2 different answers here. My first answer could be y minus the y value is equal to the slope times the x minus the x value, point slope form. Or it could be y minus the y value is equal to negative 1/2 x minus a negative 2, which is x plus 2. Believe it or not, those will give you, when you multiply, when you distribute, you'll get, and then move the constant over, you get the same equation in slope-intercept form. Let's talk about number 6 here. The point slope form of that line is blank. Write this equation in slope-intercept form. So what we're going to do is distribute. We get y plus 2 is a negative 1/3 x. A negative times a negative is a positive 5. Subtract 2 from both sides. Y is a negative 1/3 x plus 3. Perfect slope-intercept form. On page 13, I'm going to do the last one there. All 3 forms. This one's nice, in that on 3 I'm given the slope first. Number 3. So given a slope of negative 4 and only one point it goes through, so y minus the y value is equal to the slope times x minus the x value. Again, we should know now to subtract a negative is to add. Point slope form. Then, a little distribution. Y minus 4 is equal to negative 4x minus 8. Add 4 to both sides. Y is equal to a negative 4x minus 4. With that, I'm going to move the x over. Standard form has x and y on the same side with a few rules. No fractions on x and y. Check. X must be positive. Check. Standard form for that equation. All right, so on the next page, page 14, we did a lot of that in class on Wednesday, the 23rd. Parallel lines have the same slope, and I said, I did these in class. I said they'd be in the video. These two lines are parallel because they have the same slope. These two lines are not parallel. They don't have the same slope. They're perpendicular, though. They have opposite reciprocal slopes. So we should have done page 14 in class. On the next page, page 15, let's do example 5. Write the equation for the line which is perpendicular to that line and passes through negative 10, 10. Okay, so the perpendicular slope. You're starting with the slope of 5 over 1. So first off, the opposite of 5 over 1 is a negative 5 over 1. The reciprocal of a negative 5 over 1 is a negative 1/5. Negative 1/5 is your perpendicular slope. Y is a negative 1/5 x plus b. 10 is equal to a negative 1/5 times a negative 10 plus b. 10 is equal to 2 plus b. Subtract 2 from both sides. Your y-intercept is b. Your equation is y is negative 1/5 x plus 8. All right, on page 16, I'm going to do 3 of them with you. Starting with 2, write the equation of the line which is parallel to that line and passes through that x and that y. First off, your slope is a negative 2. Parallel lines have the same slope. Y is negative 2x plus b. You go through 6 for y and negative 4 for x. 6 is equal to 8 plus b. Subtract 8 from both sides. Your b is a negative 2. Y equals negative 2x minus 2. All right. Number 3. Your perpendicular slope. So first off, the opposite of a negative 2/3 is 2/3, and then you got to flip it. Your perpendicular slope is 3 over 2. All right? So y equals 3 over 2x plus b. That's your x, that's your y. Oh, that's not good. Negative 2 is 3 over 2x. Awesome timing for that. It's going to be awesome on the video. Negative 2 is 9 plus b. Negative 11 is b. Guess we'll make another video here if this doesn't stop here in a second. Y is 3/2 x minus 11. All right, we're going to pause it there. That's awesome. This Yak Math video is signing out.